Exiled from France, banished from Jersey, Victor Hugo arrived off St. Peter Port in October 1855. In a letter to his wife, he described his arrival in Guernsey as splendid. Hugo's affection for the island and its people grew, and he declared Guernsey the rock of hospitality and freedom. One of the first sights Hugo would have seen was the town church. In Toilers of the Sea, published in 1866 and dedicated to the people of Guernsey, Victor Hugo sets a poignant marriage scene in the church. Today, Hugo and an octopus share a bench outside the church. The novel made the Sark word for octopus, pieuvre, famous in France and around the world. Victor Hugo's daily routine included a morning swim in Havelet Bay. On October the 22nd, 1857, he recorded his 123rd swim. He was amused by the Guernsey custom that men swim naked because trunks were too revealing. Havelet features as an important setting in one of the concluding chapters of Toilers of the Sea. A short walk up the hill is Victor Hugo's home at 38 Hauteville. Victor Hugo elaborately decorated the house with bold fabrics, Delft tiles, and woodwork made from dismantled sea chests. At the top of the house is a glazed lookout where Victor Hugo wrote, standing at a podium, looking out to sea. He made daily trips around the island and, according to his diaries, between 1865 and 1870, made nearly 350 carriage drives exploring Guernsey. Victor Hugo loved the sea. At Fermain, he wrote poetry and bathed. At Molinouet, Victor Hugo enjoyed many family picnics. A 19th century guidebook says, Molinouet is approached by a water lane in which wood and water combine with rock scenery, magnificent ferns, and the most brilliant tints of tree vegetation. Here we see him with his family in front of a cottage that provided tea and picnic provisions. Hugo also frequented Plymouth. Bold, rocky and precipitous, Plymouth offers glorious sea views with a seething cauldron of rocks and waves below. It's where, in Toilers of the Sea, we find a haunted house and the Hanois Lighthouse. In addition to Guernsey's dramatic coastlines, Hugo also enjoyed town walks and the tranquil setting of Hauteville's gardens. In Candy Gardens, a floral tribute to the author has been created that includes plants and flowers from his novels and from his garden at Hauteville. The garden is adjacent to the statue of Victor Hugo, given to the people by the French government in 1914. More than a century later, Victor Hugo's legacy lives on in Guernsey and throughout the world. During his 15 years in Guernsey, he published many of his major works and continued his lifelong campaign for the dignity of the individual. Then and today, Hugo gained worldwide fame, not only as a novelist and poet, but as a campaigner for human rights, the abolition of the death penalty, and equality for women. Today, his legacy lives on in his words as a poet, novelist, and dramatist, and through his dedication to the principles of human rights, universal education, and equality for all. Truly, a man for all centuries. The Victor Hugo in Guernsey Society promotes Victor Hugo's remarkable life and legacy.